All right, everybody, it's time to lay down for bed and listen to a story. It's time for the night chicken, and you don't want to miss that now, do you? I didn't think so. Now, if everybody is ready, let's begin. Oh, my dearlings, pull your blankets tight, for this was the night the moon was so full and white it seemed to stare right down into the hollows of your deepest courage. It was the night of the last, desperate stand. All Hallow Eve was drawing near, and the chill of late October had already sharpened the wits of the night hunters. Larry the fox, with his cunning eyes and bushy tail, had brought his cousin, Rory Raccoon, to the farm western border, the creaking, splintered length of the night end fence. For 3 long watches, Shy, Shorty, and Skinny had patrolled, pushing back little probes and sneak attacks, but their energy was waning and the shadows were getting colder. "They're testing the rails," Shy Shorty hissed, his green eyes narrowed to slits as he watched Larry pawing at a loose section of the fence that bordered the tall grass field. "They know we're tired. They're going to break through and scatter the stores Skinny put up for the winter." Skinny, clutching his checkered bandana, rattled a small handful of pebbles in frustration. "Our button collection is right near that section, and the good berries sailing." Shy, small but shining like a shadow herself under the great moon, knew the cat was right. Defense was failing. Larry and Rory were too clever to be simply chased off this time. They needed a shock, a sudden blinding show of force. They needed a charge. Leaping onto a wobbly old fence post, Shy spread her sleek black feathers. The silver crescent pendant on her leg gleamed, reflecting the huge moon. She didn't make the loud, boastful noise of a day rooster. Her call was something deeper, a pure, brave, ringing sound that spoke not of daylight, but of duty and unbreakable loyalty. It was the clarion call of the night chicken, defender of the night, and it cut through the still, frosty air. And the loyal few answered. First came Buttons, the golden puppy, still wobbly with sleep but barking a furious, true-hearted rhythm. Then appeared Gus the guinea fowl, running so fast his red wattle bounced, shrieking a high, panicked, absolutely terrifying noise that could curdle milk. Even Clive the sheep, the philosophical old woolly friend, padded forward, his eyes calm but resolute, ready to be a living, fluffy roadblock. "The plan is not to fight friends off," Shy signaled with a tilt of her head. "The plan is to shake." Larry and Rory, who had finally started to pull a plank free, paused, startled by the sudden chorus of noise. They had only expected a lonely hen and a cat. "Now, Skinny off!" Shorty yelled. Skinny, having raced ahead, scrambled up a nearby tree and began raining down pine cones and bits of dry bark right on Rory's head, while Mist and Wisp, the tiny firefly fairies, zipped around the villains' faces, flashing blindingly with tiny magical lights. Shy led the rest of the charge. She didn't run at the villain, she ran straight at the weakest part of the fence itself. With a running flap of her powerful wings, she hit the central rotten post where Larry had been digging. Buttons and Gus slammed into the post right behind her, using their combined weight and noise like a weapon. Crack! Teach doing awed. The fence section didn't just fall, it splintered and collapsed in a dusty cloud, sending the thick horizontal rails tumbling right over Larry the fox, pinning his hind legs for a crucial few seconds. He yelped startled and pulled himself free, seeing the unexpected chaotic army before him, a tiny brave hen, a screaming fowl, a flashing cloud of fairy light, and a dedicated cat. This wasn't a skirmish, it was a riot. Larry the fox, wise enough to know when the night had turned against him, gave one last frustrated snarl and disappeared into the tall grass field, Rory scrambling after him. Silence returned, broken only by Gus' proud, ragged breathing. The battle was won. Exhausted, Shy watched the moon, knowing that courage was not about size, but about the willingness to stand in the light for those you love. They hadn't fixed the fence, but Clive the sheep lay down in the gap, a soft, woolly, and very large placeholder until morning. The farm was safe, tucked away under the watch of its weary, brave defender, the night chicken. That's the end of tonight's story, and now comes my favorite part. Let's close our eyes, listen to some soft music, and dream about Shy's next adventure. And while she's out there defending the night, we can sleep easy, knowing she's there, keeping us safe. Sleep tight, everyone, and don't bite any bed bugs.